The Krohn Conservatory is known for being home to countless plants that make for a stunning spot here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, well, another thing people love about the conservatory is the annual butterfly show. And CINCY Lifestyle reporter Hughes-shaw visited the event to learn more about how it all comes together.
I'm Mark House, and I'm the manager here at the Krohn Conservatory. We've done this for 28 years now, and this time, instead of featuring a geographical region or a country, we are selecting an ecosystem. It's butterflies in the meadow. We have a lot of native plants that encourage native populations of butterflies and pollinators, and it's spread out in a beautiful format in the showroom. We have 12 to 16,000 butterflies during the run of the show from March through June 18th. So at any given day, there's 1,000 to 3,000 butterflies flying around in the room, and they're from all over the world, 6 continents, every continent except one, which is Antarctica. And people say, well, of course, there's no butterflies there. But there are. They're just very expensive. We purchase from butterfly farmers that have been approved, have permits, so we are sure there's no poaching. And we're very careful about the butterflies that we keep on display here. We feed them, and a lot of people don't know this. The flowers that we have in the room provide nectar for the butterflies, but it's not enough to keep up with the thousands of butterflies that we have. So we have done some experimenting over the years, and we have figured out that they have a preferred food, and it is not the sugar in the water that we tried, or the fruit juices, or the honey in the water. It's Gatorade, orange Gatorade. They thrive on it. So we actually have butterfly feeders with orange Gatorade in it, and they're just as happy as they can be. So we buy gallons of it. Butterflies are surprisingly delicate. In our exhibit, they live longer than they do outdoors or in the wild, because we don't have rain, we don't have windstorms, we don't have birds and other predators that eat them. So we don't want people to touch them. When they go into the exhibit, the butterflies are in free flight. They'll land on you, they'll fly up to you. Sometimes they are curious.
That's pretty cool.
But we give people a landing pad. It's a piece of paper, it's cut out in the shape of a flower, it's colorful, and it's scented. And that encourages people to interact with the butterflies, to see them up close and personal without touching them. There are people of all ages, and it is the youngest ones, the kids, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. They can't hide their emotions. They come in and their eyes just light up. Because the butterflies, especially the exotic species, they are bigger, they are more colorful than some of our native species. In fact, I call them flying flowers. That really has an impact on people. And years later, people come back and say, I remember the first time I came to the butterfly show, and it was so wonderful. And that's the experience we want to be able to provide for people. But it's so popular, it's become a tradition, we dare not do it. And that's fine for us. We love putting it on. That sense of wonder and amazement, that's why we're here.
Wow, just beautiful. And Michaela joining us now in the studio. Tell us more about the experience. So this is your first time checking it out.
Yeah. It was.
How would you describe the experience?
It was magical, not being dramatic or anything. It was just magical. I mean, you walk into this room and then these butterflies just surround you. And did you guys see that one little one that landed on you? I'm sitting here with the camera and I was like, oh, hi, how's it going?
Yeah.
But it was so beautiful, and it's something that I've never experienced before, just kind of being able to see all of them do their thing. I think he said that there's up to 3,000 in a room at one time.
Oh,
they
my
have
gosh.
16,000 throughout the duration of the time that this runs, which is until June. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
plenty
lot
of time
butterflies.
to go. Any tips for people that are going down there? We know that people love this.
They do. And actually, one thing that they started doing is they have hourly visits now. So it's timed. Okay. So then that way, he said there were people waiting 2-3 hours in line. So they didn't want that to happen. Yeah. So now I believe 125 people can go in at one time. So check out online. They have about 75 tickets available online. And then if not, come on in. But I would say go online because it was 11 o'clock on a Tuesday and it was packed.
Wow, so
people
reserve that
really
spot.
love that. Exactly.
Yeah, when
Reserve
school
that
gets out, it's
spot.
going to be even worse.
Exactly. I think spring break is going on right now because there were tons of little guys in there having a good time.
Yeah. Well, I know, and I can attest too what he was saying about the kids, just like their eyes get so big. We took our kids last year to check this out. And even though you can't touch them, as you found out, they can touch you.
They can. They get curious, like he said, and they'll come land on you, and it's like, oh, well, hello, how's it going there? Did the kids really enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So we wanted to make sure we get back, and it goes through June.
It goes through June. Now, one thing I think, too, that's really unique, and I wasn't able to include this in the story, they actually have kind of a rotating cycle of butterflies. So one thing I learned yesterday, butterflies' lifespans are only a couple of weeks. So when they bring in new butterflies, they're actually bringing in little caterpillars and chrysalises, so then they're waiting for them to hatch. So then that's why you have that huge number, 16,000, throughout the duration of the time there. So
they are beautiful. I will say that.
Yeah.
I don't want them landing on me, but they are beautiful.
Right, and you mentioned like checking it out online. Where can we go for the information?
We have the website here. It's actually a longer one, but it's Cincinnati. oh.gov/Cincy Parks. Take a picture maybe, so then that way you remember where to go for there. But if not, just Google it and you'll be able to find it.
We'll do it.
Go butterflying, right?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Michaela.